I'm Cecilia Ansamekula DSO. Parenting Dialogues is a platform that I've created for parents to share their experiences. Ukia Boahin happens to be a mother of two, and she's been sharing very interesting stuff with us on this show. She shared with us her most challenging moments, her first time experiences, and the very joyous ones. Take a listen.
My name is Ikuya. I have two girls, Irajua and Bibi. When I found out I was first pregnant, actually I didn't know anything about it. It was up till about 4 months. I wasn't feeling well, kind of headache. So I went to the hospital and the doctor said I was pregnant. Sincerely, I wasn't ready. It wasn't expected. The first time, it wasn't so difficult. Personally, I don't usually have that normal symptoms they talk of, like vomiting, severe nausea, falling sick. No, it was all fine throughout. I think the only thing I suffered with a little was I had swollen toes, and at night I get cramps. My legs, crazy. The first time I wasn't really feeling well, and I went to the hospital, and the doctor told me I was about 4 months pregnant. It wasn't expected, so it was kind of like I say, I told me subisano. And with the experience, it wasn't like the normal one where people vomit, as a severely, headaches, Debbie. Mine was quite different. It was easy. I wasn't vomiting. Just as a particular foods be nana medicines na garlic specifically. But aside that, I was just fine. And I say me swollen feet. And I'm like crazy. And that's a muzzle pull bisano. Mine was a normal delivery. And when I went to the hospital, I see me time napa for about 2 weeks. So the doctor said, may false labor. Yes, if anything happens to me after, that's my own issue. So I went back home, and everybody was like, hey, unko. So I said, me say me. So I went to church on Sunday. I think I met a friend on Friday. Yes. And no mommy moving. So I went to church on Sunday. The pastor prayed and asked me to go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital, and I just came and I was like, maybe but I don't really know because of forced labor. So they weren't that friendly, but I didn't care. So the nurse came to test me, and she said I hadn't dilated. So still they have to do it. And I also insisted I don't want that. So I went to the doctor and I complained to him. And he said as it stands now, that's the only option. But they should take it easy with me. So he would test me. And in just about 5 minutes, he tested me and was like, but what are you guys waiting for? She's dilated 7 centimeters. Get ready and just prepare her for everything. So they took me to the labor room. Then I started feeling the pain. So I say every other thing I was supposed to feel at home before I get to the hospital, I actually felt it right then. Hey, I can't describe it. It was really painful. Extremely painful. Personally, I should say I was tired. Yeah, I was tired, that's the word. I was extremely tired, and at a point I almost went off. So there was a family friend of mine, a big sister and a mother, called her Rama. I was with her. She was actually there, and she was actually the only person I could hear. So she was like, Ikuya, open your eyes. but I felt drowsy, so I couldn't even hold the baby, and I couldn't actually see any of them. I could just see a Rama as a wire blare, and then I could hear voices. Oh, the baby is so cute, the baby is so cute, hold her. But now my brain's not receiving emotion, so I didn't really feel excited, I should say. During the delivery period, I was a bit mishandled. So I went back to the hospital to complain to them. There was a tear, so they had to stitch it. And I went back to the hospital to complain to them that I was feeling extreme pain. And because it was first time, Namisro, I didn't want to look at it. So it took time for me to actually look at it and see how everything was, but it was something new. I had never had that experience before, so I didn't know anything about it, like the ecosopia. So I went back to the hospital and I told the doctor I was feeling severe pains, and I was excited Elijah was here, but then cause of pain na I attach it after na ama I said me feeling fine, sir. So the doctor actually said it has gaped, so they had to stitch again, and that the person who did it initially didn't do it well. So they were like, who did this? I think nurses no be episode saying no. So I know the lady's name, so I mentioned her name. I wouldn't mention her name here for personal reasons. I mentioned her name, and I was like, and you now, yeah. This thing was about 3 days after, and she was like, me tabeng. And I was like, really? 3 days after, and so the doctor was like, it's okay. They had to prepare me for another section, and no, say was some more me panic so that I wouldn't feel the pain. But and he's like, Ufili. So debut. It's like, okay, mommy sign won't count no way. To touch me, you're so feeling. I'm saying, feeling. No, see, it was a year I'll be feeling kakra. So, and yet say will be a will to be feeling kakra. So it's normal. So let's just go and do it. So they did it again, but after a while, nothing means sorry. So me down hospital, me sorry. So later, or more the mates now, and they took me to the ward to rest for a while and get back home. So in all, they made the but stress me, you know. Now my parents are kakra, and I was actually thinking of time I made nipa okay be. The first few weeks my mom was there, and you know she helped me a lot. It's my shada and Felisa. At the time I was still working, so I say me wo fear for a while now. I hadn't stayed home for that long before. See me tena fear for about 3 months now. I was in a hurry. Say me pese me kwa ejuma. So I said, I don't know, but maybe courage man, and I was feeling my tummy, like I have to be on point because now I say me fuaba kakra. So I was like, I need to prepare myself well, get this flat tummy for work. And one time this song na me start ejuma. Hey, after me start ejuma, me na menu me home person na me pray say me ko ejuma. I actually wish I had more time because it was extremely stressful. From my place to my workplace, Imuche Kakra, and getting a car in the morning, rushing out, preparing food and every other thing for the family and for the baby. And so now you have to pump and then every other thing. Stressful, very stressful, and sometimes you are always rushing out. Just a time being you are because this time they might prepare my easy. You are always rushing out, and sometimes you get to work some few minutes late and then bashing. I said now late. No, it was stressful. Sincerely, working and being a mother is not an easy thing. My most challenging moments were where I didn't get enough breast milk for the baby. Just say I see any exclusive breastfeeding, we have no choice. And see, after a while, and I miss me a first mother, and see, no me say, miss me exclusive nibi. And see, me cha exclusive no. Not me nya enough breast milk and my baby no. and she's the type of own dish. Then they did the thing. And see me quite juma. I have to get enough breast milk for her. Na breast milk in soon after the baby. And she done my papa be a beam. I feel yes, koto way, na makoto way, yes, granola, yes, drink soup, do this, do that, but still not a map be brave to said yeah. First na bano. So there was a time I had to carry the baby to work. Let my mom sit in a car outside. And see, after a while, you find some ye juma kakra. Now also the milk nasa. Me break time no, na me pee, then I'll go and feed the baby. And see. Now I say, I'm a meti jumum crying as much as me were hono. Now my drink sign wabon since baby no bed did this and that. So as the time being me sneaky out. Now I say, lady Ninso me walk on as a supervisor and also as a day guard be home. That was my most stressful moment. My happiest moment is when I potty trained in Rajwa. At the time, now I say, Oko school. And I die pensionate to a year sincerely. Every mother knows this. And see, now me say me any potty training. Girl, you any potty training? Yeah, in fact, what the potty ni be see her? I bought a very beautiful potty for this girl. Would you be see her? She will do it right besides the potty. And now I say, oh mommy, extra week. So there was a day I was eating. Me did the Raja and Ferry she baby and me did no. Me bo ne ne Raja be anyway. So I got angry. I had never spanked her before and see people feeling me trying to. What is that? I don't be you comedian in him. I said, me and me and I said, me no me home. But then not my area. And I said she got scared. She was shivering and she cried. Oh, I feel my friend. I'm saying, Baba, run me. Can you imagine? Say, it worked perfectly for me. Free her, Eraja. Mommy, I want to do it. I want to do my friend. Good girl. No, I quit. So, in the long run, I said, man, decided to make it that way. But then the potty training was successful and I was happy about that. So exciting. And I said, diaper and so no. Me cost in the sort. Eraja's favorite meal, a Milo. Only dear. Should I pay the Milo? Eraja's favorite character is Chuchu. The misconception I had about being a mother and every other thing. The first was yes, because of the expansion would tell me more and it wouldn't really come back to the normal state. But then me wo ye no ehona no as expansion into no na me funa say baby need as wo ho. I was like, ana di na kwa na emu so I was actually na me hwese sa face ni beba, but then over time ekoye. So I just learned out of that say we are all different. Some have it, that's fine. But then you could also have things that affect you after motherhood that it wouldn't affect others as well. And another thing was say what they thread a better baby knitting when she gets hiccups. Sister, you're not crying. It's not true. It's not true. It's just a misconception. Just Obama baby no water, or you give the baby breast milk and it should be fine. Eraja's favorite story is The Lunch Thief. The Lunch Thief, I say, it's a story about two girls, Chuchu and her friend. Whenever they go to school, Chuchu saves her lunch in the box and then a boy from their class eats it. So the boy goes out whilst everybody's in and eats. So by the time I break bedroom, Chuchu will go and there will be no food for her to eat. She shares the lunch with a friend. So they decided to teach the boy a lesson. So Chuchu and a friend planned. They like spicy food. So Chuchu told her mom to put in more spice. So the mom put in more spice and then they took the food to school. The boy came to eat the food and he doesn't like too much spices. So he was screaming towards the washroom. Then they ran and they found out he was the one stealing the food all the time. So their plan was successful. The boy never stole their food again, and they were happy ever after, as in all cartoons. And Iraja's favorite song is Baby Shark do 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 do, Baby Shark do 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 do, Baby Shark, Mommy Shark do 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 do, Mommy Shark do 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 do, Mommy Shark. Then you put any name, I'll pick. So yeah, that's all.
This has been Parenting Dialogues. I am Cecilia Samekula Diesop. Thanks again for watching.